everyone, it's Jeanette here, enthusiastic gardener. Welcome back to my garden in Essex, England. And we did say that there was a very big box that had been delivered from Blagdon because it solves yet another problem that we had. Not a problem, but like a, wouldn't it be good if? Well, Blagdon have solved our dilemma. Let's call it a dilemma. This is the no-dig nature pool from Blagdon. This part is the no-dig nature pool, and it has been absolutely wonderful. If you are looking for an easy wildlife pond, this is the one for you. And they have different sizes and they have different shapes, and they have some which have windows in that you can have fish in, and you can see the fish from all sides. It's amazing. This is the wildlife pond. You can see that the little steps to go up and the steps to come down for the wildlife. And we had tadpoles, but we're pretty sure that the tadpoles have gone. And we have some beautiful plants. Let's just show you, because I noticed this has flowered. How beautiful is that? I didn't realise they flowered. And then we have this one which has flowered. So we have those. We have some water lettuce, which are really good at dividing. All you need to do is buy one and you will have loads. And then this one here, and there's another one there. And we have water lilies, we have lots of oxygenators, and we have these. So it's been very, very successful. You can see the water level's gone down quite a bit because it's been so hot and dry. So this is the Liberty Solar Fountain Pump, which Blagdon sent us originally with the no-dig nature pool. And it's brilliant. As you can see, it has beautiful little fountain, but obviously it runs completely on solar. And you can get different attachments, so you can have a fountain shooting up this high. It's been absolutely lovely. But the problem with this pond is most of the time it's in the shade. From about here is in the shade until about midday, 12 o'clock, and then until about 4 o'clock perhaps, because we have all these trees over here. That's the west side of our garden, and so they block out all the west sun. So this little fountain is wonderful, but it only works probably 12 o'clock midday round to about 4, and then it stops. So we were thinking, is there anything else that we can use that might sort of boost our fountain experience for a little bit longer? And Blagdon have thought of this, obviously, and they have sent us something else to try, which is what we're going to do today. Or we're going to put it in exactly as instructed, but then we're going to show you an alternative option which you can use it for as well. So let's bring Richard along, because Richard is the brains and the technical expert for all these things, and I'm just an assistant who holds things and passes cups of tea. So we need Richard.
Hi, and it's another 5-minute job for Jeanette, which normally takes a lot more than 5 minutes.
I know, sorry about that. Anyway, we are installing this today, the Blagdon Liberty mains free pond or feature pump and LED light. And Blagdon have very, very kindly thought of a solution for our dilemma, because we don't want an electric. Well, we have no electricity along here, do we?
No.
And we don't want to be drilling holes in the house and everything, do we?
No.
So we were hoping that they might be able to help us with our dilemma, and they certainly can.
It is a remote solar panel.
Yes.
And it's got the cable so you can mount it in the sunniest spot.
Yes, so you don't need to have it right by your pond like a lot of these solar things. You've got to have the little thing in the ground right next to where you want the thing. But this, you can put it at another place, as there are 3 different modes.
Now you explain, because you're a bit more fluent and you're used to talking a lot.
Okay, so it's huge, as you can see, a beautiful big solar panel, and what it does is lithium battery run, so it will charge up by the sun, and you can have 3 different modes. So you can either have
On, off,
what's the third?
timed.
Have you read this book?
No, they're timed.
You can have
On, off, timed.
continuous, where it will go for 4 hours, wait for a recharge, another 4 hours, and on and on and on. Or you can set it to a set time of 4 hours every day.
Yep.
So you can say, I'd like my pond pump to go from 2 till 6 every day. And it will do that every day. Or the third one is you can just put it on for 4 hours and it will stop until you tell it what to do next. I hope that makes sense.
Yes, it made a lot. It made a lot of sense.
Well, I hope so. Anyway,
My eyes were open for most of it.
well, we can't tell with dark glasses.
That's why I wear them.
So this pump, it's the Liberty Solar 200, which pumps 200 litres an hour. If you have a bigger pond and you want to pump 480 litres an hour, you can get the Liberty Solar 500. There are 3 ways you can use this pump. You can either have the pump sitting at the bottom of the pond, and there are different extensions which you can add, which all come with the kits, so you can get to the height that you need. The second thing you can opt to do is you can have the pond pump floating. So there's a flotational device which you attach, and you can get the pump to float on the surface. And the third way which you can use the pump is what we are going to do, because we are going to attach our own water feature to the pump. We won't show you putting everything together because it's so straightforward. The pamphlet that you get with the kit is step by step, very, very easy.
I will drop this in the water. I've done a temporary so that you can see it in action. And now I'm just going to turn it on. There you, and as you can see.
Oh, it's watering the pelargoniums as well. It's quite powerful, isn't it?
Right, let's just turn it up a minute. Let's change the spray to a different one. Are you ready?
Yep. Next one. Whoa. Lovely.
Older one.
Oh, I like that one. I like that one.
Right. You've seen all 4 types of shower spray. Fountain spray, I should say. Yeah, that's a plumber talking. But we're not having any of them. We're having something completely different.
Well, it is actually 1 week later because we didn't finish the project last week. My phone overheated. We are having a heat wave over here in the UK. Today is the longest day of the year. It's summer solstice and it's going to be 32 degrees Celsius, which is 90 Fahrenheit. Pretty unheard of here, and the humidity is like about 67. So we abandoned the project, but we're picking it up again today. But you can see a week later how well my pelargoniums are doing. They're all starting to bloom and they are filling out. And this star jasmine, oh my goodness, it smells amazing. It smells beautiful. It's all blooming. You can see there's all little pollinators on it. And we sit here and we still need to sort the window box out, but look at this. My Juster clematis, that is looking beautiful. And we've moved the flamingos here.
But that's where I'm mounting it remotely so it catches more sun. So that wouldn't necessarily be suitable for everyone, but for us it's fine. Bearing in mind, I'm going to have a cable coming round, but there is going to catch more sun. Now, that is your pump, and what you get is an adapter. Pops on there, and then from there we can connect the hose which will run to the feature. So I've made this base to sit the feature on. So let's go to the pond. We have already determined where we want it. And that is where the new feature is going to be sitting.
Here she is. Isn't she beautiful? This is Blagdon's, and she's called the Fairy and Urn Pond Water Spitter. And you can see she has an urn there, which water comes out. That's why we wanted her a little bit away from the pond, so that the water can go in there, and I think that will look beautiful. And she's made of durable polyresin, and she's 13.5 inches high, and I'll put the dimensions on the screen, all in centimetres actually, and it will aerate the pond water more, and I just think she's beautiful.
And all we've got to do now is from the pump run a hose to the beautiful angel. Fairy. I see, I can't even get that right. To run the hose to the fairy. Not an angel, a fairy. This is your black 1/2 inch hose, which is very flexible, especially in the heat. Just tighten it up. The pump's ready to be submerged. It's wired into a panel, and I must add, the cable in the pump is 5 metres, but you can get extension kits, and they're 5 metres long. So dependent on where you want to remotely put the solar panel, gives you more options.
I'm going to put the pump down here, and then we could have the hose coming out there, and just to secure it to the bottom, I'm going to put a couple of stones around it to sort of wedge it in place.
That's the connection to take the hose. That's on. Right, we place her on. It's ready for the turn on.
I'm so excited.
But I must hasten to add,
Yep.
I've mounted it on the fascia.
Yeah.
The on and off button is up there,
Yeah.
which for myself, and probably you, Jeanette, is fine.
Yeah.
If you're 5 foot, obviously you're going to need those steps.
But we are going to set it up, as we mentioned earlier, we will set out our preferred mode,
Yes,
so
as
that
and when.
we do not need to touch
Yeah.
it all the time.
Right, so it's
Okay.
ready for the turn on.
Okay. And here she is. It's beautiful.
Yes, very pleased.
Isn't it lovely? That is so gorgeous. It's beautiful.
Blagdon, she's done a great job.
Blagdons are amazing. I have to give you an update on this fountain, because we finished finished this fountain today at 11 o'clock in the day. It's now 11 o'clock at night. This fountain is still going, which is, well, yes, it may be a fluke because obviously we had a 90-degree day, so it may be a one-off amazement, but this fountain has been going for 12 hours. 12 hours, everyone. I am in love with my new Fairy and Urn water pond splitter. I think it's adorable and I hope it's giving you an idea to add a water feature into your garden. Thank you to everyone, especially Andrew and Emmeline on the Blagdon team, for sending this to Richard and I, and also the pump as well. And it's amazing. I absolutely love it. Happy first day of summer, everyone. I hope it's inspired you to add a water feature to your garden, and I hope you're having fun in your gardens, and I hope you can hear me above the beautiful fountain. Take care, everyone. I'm Jeanette. I'm the Enthusiastic Gardener. Thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Bye.